Hi, Sophie Young. You are
Yes,
the
I right.
you are the head of sales of Workaround, an international flex broker based in Sweden, but operating in different European countries, Germany, France. Um, we're happy to have you here in this episode. We wanted to speak about a couple of things, the difference between the European market regarding the maturity of new products in flex, but also the role of AI research. But first of all, could you just give us a word about who Walkaround is and what
Yeah,
you do in
sure.
France?
Workaround is in European company web broker based in Stockholm, but we are open in Munich, Berlin, London since a few days now, and in Paris since 1 year. So basically, we just share the same database, and we are working with international company all around the world, but specifically my team in Paris. Now it's quite new that the tenants are now researching on like AI, like Claude, ChatGPT, whatever, before to make the web form or before even to contact the broker. They really want to know what are the solutions they can expect and kind of compare before contacting us.
And what you are saying is that basically, as we said a few years ago, they might have been Googling you. For those companies or corporate were even aware that co-working flex products were existing could be an alternative to traditional lease, but they had no idea what the market was. And now
Yeah.
they come to you, okay, this is the kind of product I want, either maybe a desking for team four, or the
Mhm.
private offices in co-working space or manager office, service suite or whatever. And they come with much more accurate kind of understanding and demand
Knowledge. Yeah.
when they reach out to you.
They are like specialists. They know, I can remember now a few years ago, even co-working was not really clear for every tenant. So now they approximately everyone knows, like in co-working building, you can have your private office, you can have nomad, whatever. But then we have so many different type of solution now and option for the tenant. We do have obviously co-working still, managed office, bureau opéré, or even like subleasing. And then the tenant wants to know before us to push, like, okay, I know that you can give me a few options and you can compare it and negotiate even for me if I need, but still, I want you to let you know that I do have the knowledge. Do not try to send me anything. And they almost call me like, okay, I want manage office solution. Yeah, what about the co-working? Oh, no, 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 because I don't want to share. And so you still have to explain, like even in co-working, you can have your own place, like a full space on one floor. But they absolutely know.
To what extent does it change your daily job, this level of awareness, of better understanding, or finer way to see what the market can offer them?
When the tenant is on the right way for the good solution, you're totally right. You just send the option, you check, viewing, signature, well done. But then when you think and you know the market and you have the feeling this is not the right solution, then you have to explain a little bit. But whatever, it's still much more easy to convert than 5 or 8 years from now.
And what you are also telling is that it's not, at least in Paris, it's not anymore about only startups or scale ups or the tech companies that were really keen to embrace the flex world or were ready than others. But you start to see other kind of company, more traditional, maybe indeed lawyers or HR companies, etc., figuring out that indeed the managed office or co-working
Yeah.
options can be part of the workspace solution they could embrace, maybe forever.
I think managed office really helps to convert this kind of company. We have major user like finance, like bank office, like lawyer. They were like almost stuck in classic leasing because of confidentiality, because they didn't want to share the space and they want to, like a really specific security IT things. Now with the managed office, we can really open the door and say, yeah, that will be your own office. So it helps for sure.
Managed office was the missing link in the whole flex narrative. And that now it opens up all of a sudden. Managed office is in a boom sequence right now. Is it what's happening?
I really think because you just had both advantage of co-working and leasing. I mean, like you have your own space, you have the flexibility, you have the layout, you have the branding, all that in one hand, in one contract, and you can just have like 12 months engagement and you are not blocked in the solution. So obviously that really helps and open the market for all those companies who didn't want to go in the co-working space from now.
To what extent does it limit it to a certain size of company or teams? Because if we take, okay, from 40 or 50 or 60 people, then the working option of the private office or the private suite in a co-working space doesn't fit anymore with the demand or the operation that the company has. And then they have to switch if they want to keep the service level to a manager office solution. Is it still the case that there is still some thresholds and that's how the market is divided right now? Size matter?
Since 1 year, we just have new operator who are now providing like solution. We still call it managed office because this is the case for 5, 8, 10 people. You don't have anymore to have a team of 10 or 20 or even 100 people to go in managed office. We have like small operators starting to provide like offices, really nice, really elegant in a good location. So even for 5 or 8 people with really attractive price, you have option in managed office.
We mentioned that Workaround is based in Sweden and you operate in different European countries. How can you compare the different markets? So we have the feeling indeed that London and Paris are way above in terms of maturity nowadays.
From my experience, it's like London and Paris are much more mature now. But Amsterdam is going really, really quick, upgrading the solution and new tenant capacity. Maybe Scandinavian countries are now seeing that there is other solution and keep going. I don't know if there is so many managed office in Scandinavian countries. I don't think so. They are still going for co-working space, private office. But as soon as they will propose, I'm quite sure that they will have tenants for that.
You see that coming in those other markets, that the trends will be the same everywhere. That's what you expect?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that this is the case in London and Paris with mature market, and it will not happen in other countries. I mean, like we are not so different. I think we have the same kind of tenant with the same needs. So for sure, it will come.
Great. Thank you so much, Sophie, for
You're welcome.
sharing your insights. And we'll see you in Paris at the Coworking Europe conference, where
Hope so.
you will take part also in the program and facilitating one or two sessions. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.